I have been led to divine feminine energy so much over the last year. If you had have asked me what divine feminine energy was 2 years ago, I would tell you that I have no clue. And maybe even that embodying what the energy is would be a dream, maybe even impossible. But as the world shifts to this frequency, and just how you were called to this video, our soft girl era is here. Divine feminine energy is the powerful yet soft and magnetic pull that flows with ease into alignment and blessings. I'm here to talk to you about what I've learned and how you can embody this energy too. Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Braxton and I am here to guide and to teach and to explore just the world of spirituality and of love and of goddessness and just of everything. So I have my notes out today. I got everything that I need, and I just want to talk about divine feminine energy because we are in a new time of divine feminine energy. It literally is exploding and bouncing off the walls, and it's just the beginning. It's a lot of other shifts that have happened in the cosmos and the planets that are just aligning for divine feminine energy to take over and to be the source of light and of newness and of just ushering in where we're going to be for the years to come and the revolution that is happening. Okay, and when I say this, I literally mean the end of patriarchy, the end of hustle culture, the end of just this struggle mentality and lifestyle that has been so normalized in society. And I've been doing not only just like reading about divine feminine energy and just like what used to be before colonialism, before the witch trials as we know it. I talked about that in my last video, the truth about spirituality, what they don't want you to know. Okay, so go check that out to, you know what I'm saying, dive deeper into what I'm talking about. So literally before patriarchy even existed, the world was ruled through matriarchal structures and women just being at the forefront of not only leadership but of healing and of having their bodies being reflected in the universe and the world around them. It was literally a time of peace and tranquility and love and operating in a bliss state. Like that was what the world, okay, once was and once operated as. The woman was seen as God, okay? And through these shifts in the cosmos, this new divine feminine energy is just returning that same flow and that same vibe and that same energy and that same power back into the world, back into women, period. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super excited about this shift, and I'm super excited that I get to share my thoughts and my views on it with you. So I hope you enjoy the video. Let's get right into it. So first off, what is divine feminine energy? Divine feminine energy is creativity. Divine feminine energy is flow. Divine feminine energy is softness. Divine feminine energy is intuition. Divine feminine energy is peace, it's love, it's creation. I wrote the sacred, intuitive, flowy, softer energy. And divine feminine energy lives in all of us, regardless of your gender, regardless of your identifying, your gender identifying, like whatever. Everybody has divine feminine energy inside of them. Divine feminine energy is how creativity is expressed. Everybody uses their own creativity in whatever way they use it best. That's divine feminine energy in flow. Divine feminine energy is intuition. everyone has an intuition that tells you that you should do this instead of that. You know what I'm saying? That is divine feminine energy. When I say that divine feminine energy is creativity, divine feminine energy is creation. It literally births new ideas. It births life. Think about a pregnant woman that is bringing a child into the world. That's the same thing with an idea. You know what I'm saying? It starts in your womb space or in your head, if you want to say it that way, and you literally birth it. It literally becomes a physical form when it once started as an idea or as something so small in your womb space. You know what I'm saying? That couldn't even take up any room, any matter, and it's birthed into the world. That's the same thing as creativity. And any time that you have birthed an idea, you've birthed or executed a creation, you're using your divine feminine energy in order to do that. It starts with your divine feminine, period. Divine feminine energy is surrender and flow. So I like to think of this like the seasons. So we have winter, we have fall, we have spring, we have summer. And as each of those new seasons happen, things die, things are reborn. You know what I'm saying? Things flourish, things bloom. And that is like the state that the divine feminine moves on. It moves in just flow. It doesn't hold on to things too tightly. It knows that death has to come in order for rebirth to happen. And divine feminine energy just surrenders to the flow of it all. Divine feminine energy does not operate by time. Think about when spring is coming and we're just waiting and Groundhog Day happens. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh, is spring coming or is spring not coming? Like, spring moves on its own time. Divine feminine energy moves on its own time. Okay? It's just flowy. It's in full state of surrender. It allows the energy to just be. It doesn't try to force. It doesn't try to make things happen. It doesn't hold on to things so tightly. It just flows. And this energy itself is soft, but it's strong at the same time. Do you know how strong and how brave you have to be to just flow with life, to let things go when it's time to let them go, to say yes, to say no? You know what I'm saying? That is strong but soft energy. That is the divine feminine, period. The divine feminine also flourishes in authenticity. The divine feminine doesn't try to fit into norms or fit into structures. The divine feminine is actually the complete opposite. The divine feminine doesn't operate in the ideas of this or that because it is flow. You know what I'm saying? So the divine feminine embraces truth, which is authenticity. And that's why right now authenticity is literally so big. Like, people gravitate towards people that are just being themselves or doing whatever they feel or that they think. And that's becoming extremely popular right now because divine feminine energy is on the rise and it's authentic and it's free as fuck. Period. My favorite part about divine feminine, well, one of my favorite parts about divine feminine energy is that it's magnetic. It attracts. So when I said that divine feminine energy doesn't hold on to things, it doesn't try to control things, it doesn't try to make things happen, divine feminine energy literally sits back in a way. Like, divine feminine energy knows when to move, but it also knows when to rest and be still. And in that entire process, it's like a magnet to all of the alignment and all of the things that are supposed to come to someone that's in their divine feminine energy. They're just attracting everything because divine feminine energy literally knows that you have to be in the energy of whatever it is that you want. So divine feminine energy is very big on rest. Divine feminine energy, like I said, is very big on authenticity. So in order to attract anything, you have to have both of those components, you know? And like I said earlier, the divine feminine energy embodies trust and flow. And that's really how you get into your magnetism. It's by not trying to control things, not trying to force things, but just by Working towards it, yes, but also sitting back and waiting on divine timing, trusting the process. Who doing all of the bad bitch shit, okay, that the divine feminine holds. The divine feminine is endless wisdom. The divine feminine connects to intuition. The divine feminine is a portal to endless knowledge of not only life but of just spirit. I believe truly that in this intuition and in this deep inner knowing is the divine feminine just connecting to spirit. And when you connect to spirit, you connect to a world that is far beyond just you. If you believe in past lives and things like that, or just being reincarnated, or ever heard that you had an old soul, you know what I'm saying? Like, you've just been here before. You know what I mean? Our soul, our spirit is so connected to the universe. It's so connected to all of the energy that encompasses everything that we cannot see. You know what I mean? And I think that's the biggest part of the divine feminine. The divine feminine flows and trusts what can't be seen. And that's a part of your intuition and your flow. It's not only trusting what can't be seen, but it's being connected to those things at the same time. So that's like ancestors, that's the cosmos, that's your spirit guides, that's all of this infinite wisdom that's coming from all of these different angles that are far greater than just yourself. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like the divine feminine energy really embodies that deep inner knowing that is not just you, Yeah. In this deep inner knowing, the divine feminine energy is true alchemy at work. And alchemy is just taking one thing and changing it into another. Think of literally of like the most sacred woman that you know. They're super sensual but confident, super flowy but intuitive, super strong but soft. All of those things, that is what embodies the divine feminine, girl. Super nurturing and compassionate, might I add. I do truly believe that you have to be in your feminine energy in order to fully encompass and embody the divine feminine. We all have parts of the divine feminine and the divine masculine working in us just naturally, because you have to have both. But I do think that, and not just women, because a lot of women are not super feminine, you know what I'm saying? And that's okay. But I think that extremely feminine people naturally embody the practices of the divine feminine, or are led more to them. This is why a lot of women can't work as hard as men. We're not supposed to. We're supposed to be flowing. We're supposed to be going off of intuition. This is why lots of women, you know what I'm saying, the long hours get to us. We can't do it. It's not meant for us. So in this patriarchal world and this patriarchal society, it's literally forced women to be in their masculine and to operate out of just this masculine energy that's like work. You know what I'm saying? Go all the time. Like, don't rest, just keep going. You rest at night, you know what I'm saying? Some people even say like they'll rest when they're dead. All of just the craziness, it's just all super masculine. So honestly, us women have had it so hard for so long trying to balance both of our energies, but doing it in a way where society doesn't allow us to balance it. Society forces us to be more in one than the other, but then wants us to be in this one, and it's just a lot. So please find your ways to balance your divine feminine energy, because your divine feminine energy is your light. Your divine feminine energy is your guide to moving. I think that masculine energy is that of just not being in flow. I think flow is a feminine quality and a feminine energy quality. So yeah, in order to really push your dreams, in order to really just get into your flow state, you have to embody your divine feminine. So with all of these shifts and everything that is happening, the new age of Aquarius, patriarchy coming to an end, thank the good Lord, you know what I'm saying? And even just people being more open to healing practices, and that just being at the forefront of where society is moving. I want to leave you with some ways that you can tap into your divine feminine energy. And if you haven't already, even start cultivating this energy and getting this spirit, you know what I'm saying, inside of you, building your spirit up and just guiding you to the other side, the best side. Not to say the best side, but y'all know what I mean. So one, you're gonna listen to your intuition. Our intuition is our roadmap. Our intuition is everything, okay? Your intuition will never steer you wrong. Our intuition is literally like, it's like a psychic. Our intuition is like seeing the end or knowing the end before it even happens, before we can even see it. Our intuition is literally in another timeline that we ain't even touched yet, reaching back, telling us like, okay, you need to do this in order to get here, you know? So follow that intuition. It's that whisper, it's that inner knowing, it's that feeling where you're like, oh, I need to do this, but I'm scared, or I don't know, or you know what I'm saying? What makes you start to question it? Don't question it. Just do what the fuck it say. Okay? And the more you start to listen to your intuition and just doing what it's instructing you to do as soon as it tells you to do it, that's how you start to strengthen it. And that's when you start to see, you start to realize like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I see what's going on. The opposite of divine feminine energy. Control is the opposite of flow, and control literally gets us, it can get us somewhere, but it don't get us nowhere. You know what I'm saying? Like, the true bad bitch shit lies on the other side of control, because half of the time we don't even know exactly what we want, or we don't even know what's best for us. You know what I'm saying? It's in a plan that's way bigger than we can even fathom or that we can even imagine, and we try to hold on, or we try to control the things that don't serve us, that keep us down, you know, that keep us in a cycle of repeating, of repetition. And those cycles, we try to hold on to it and control it because it's what we know, it's what we feel safe in, it's what we're used to. But that keeps us stuck, and it doesn't keep us able to reach the highest highs of who we're supposed to be, or do what we're truly here to do. So please listen to your intuition and surrender to flow. 2121 on my time, period. 21 Grammys. Another way that you can tap into your divine feminine is by prioritizing your rest. I know that, again, society tells us that we have to hustle hard, or go hard, or do this or do that, but baby, rest is flow. And what I've learned is that literally our spirit can be moving in another realm, or moving in another timeline so swiftly, and like our bodies are just like physically catching up to it. So we're literally exerting this spiritual energy, and you can be tired, niggas can be tired just from doing that literally. So allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to rest, allow yourself to rest. Rest is so revolutionary in itself, just because we come from a society that doesn't emphasize the importance of rest or the benefit of rest. but rest gives you the strength to keep going. Rest allows your intuition to flow and your intuition to pause. Rest allows clarity to come. Rest allows so much beauty. Rest allows alignment. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we can be moving so much and doing so much and just getting deeper and deeper out of alignment as we continue to just do, you know? So please honor your divine feminine by resting. Trust me. Divine feminine energy is also about attracting from a place of rest, because divine feminine energy allows flow and it allows ease. One of the downloads that I recently got was that when I embody rest, or when I allow more ease, all of the blessings and all of the new timeline will come to me. Because in this new timeline, I'm literally like just flowing in my divine feminine. I'm embodying rest and I'm embodying flow so much. So I think that download was super dope, and I hope I'm doing a good job at it. You know what I'm saying? And I'm so grateful that in this new timeline, that's even what I'm gonna be doing, like just flowing in life. And you know what I'm saying? Embodying ease. So rest, niggas, rest. Rest for your ancestors too. They had to work so much. We can rest for lifetimes to come. For real. This one is big because I've noticed that a lot of people, my sister called me the other day talking about how she just wants to start drawing. In this new age of Aquarius, it's literally like a renaissance. So much newness is happening, and since we're moving into divine feminine energy, it's a lot of more creativity that is being heightened. So allow yourself to create. Just create, whatever that looks like for you. And don't judge your creations. Don't be hard on yourself about your creations. Just allow yourself to flow with creativity, because creativity and creation is one of the biggest parts of divine feminine energy. So allow yourself to create. Another point that I want to make to dive into your divine feminine energy is knowing when to move and knowing when to be still. That kind of goes back to the resting, but like I said, divine feminine is flow. Divine feminine goes like the seasons. So if you're in a season of death, in order to experience your rebirth, allow yourself to die. You know what I'm saying? And I don't mean like physically, but like allow yourself to leave old habits behind. Allow yourself to leave old people behind. Allow yourself to leave everything that needs to die. Allow it to die so that you can be reborn. You know what I'm saying? And even in that, allow yourself to move when you're here to move. Allow yourself to be still when you need to be still. Period. Okay, another way to deepen your divine feminine connection is by tapping into your spiritual practices. Spiritual baths are my favorite way to connect to my divine feminine. Spiritual baths are my favorite way, okay, to connect to your divine feminine. Literally, that's a super simple and easy way. And think about it. Think about how divine feminine a bath is. You know what I'm saying? Boiling your herbs and just literally soaking in a bath. Maybe have some meditation music playing, a little journal, but just resting and relaxing in that tub filled with herbs. So we know herbs have their own energy. They direct us in different ways. So pick which herbs are great for you. Rose is great for divine feminine energy. Mugwort is great for divine feminine energy. Those are in chamomile. Those are just a few that are great to just start if you want to just take a bath. That helps with flow. That helps with creativity. But baths are my favorite. Meditation is another great way and great tool to connect with divine feminine energy, because it gets you into your flow and it heightens your intuition, because it stills your mind and it connects you to the divine, which is another great way. Yoga is a great way to connect to divine feminine energy. You can find free yoga videos on YouTube. Shout out to Black Yogi Nico, who is my favorite. I'll link her in the description box below, but she has plenty of free YouTube videos that will help you to get into the divine feminine flow, okay? And a lot of yoga practices are called yoga flows. You know what I'm saying? This is literally how it helps you to tap into that energy, that flow like state. And you'll notice that the more you practice your spiritual practices, the more you'll go deeper into yourself, the more you'll meet yourself, like your true self. You know, not what society has told you to be, but your spirit. And the more you'll allow your spirit to just flow, just by practicing these quick practices that don't take long. You know, a yoga video might be 10 minutes. You might start with a 5-minute yoga video. You might take a 10-minute bath. You know what I'm saying? Like, these practices don't have to be long. You might meditate for 5 minutes. Journaling is another great way. So even though it may seem like a lot, you don't have to do these practices for long to tap into that energy. And you can work your way up. My last tip on how to connect to your divine feminine energy is to surrender. Surrender to every part of your journey. Surrender to every part of yourself. And just fully allow yourself to be and to experience. Surrender so much that you release every part of control. You know? Release control. Allow flow. Surrender to yourself too. I feel like that's really big. I think we can all get in our own way. And I know surrender is a challenging process, but it's such a powerful one. So surrender to every aspect of your life. Okay, I just want to say that divine feminine energy is such a beautiful energy to embody, and it is a privilege to embody this energy. And I'm even still working on fully embodying my divine feminine, but really treasure it and really honor it. And just know that with every step that you take in embodying your divine feminine, you're flowing with the flow of the universe. The universe is moving into divine feminine. So just know that you're on the right path. You're not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Even though it breaks away from the societal norms that we've been taught to embody. But the wind is blowing. I'm an air sign. So every time wind blows, I just feel like I'm in alignment. Like the universe talking to me. But yeah, that's all. See you.